You're good to go.
Oh, okay, we're recorded. Okay, so it is now 7:03 and I'm gonna call this meeting to order. Let's go ahead and do roll call. John, why don't you start because you're remote? You're muted.
John Hughes, City Attorney.
Thank you. Steve, you
Ron
wanna?
Easton, Ward 2.
Okay.
Brian McGreevy, Ward 2.
Deborah McIsaac, Mayor.
Vicky Boyer, Ward 1.
Steve Bowley, Ward 1.
Okay, so Lacey, all accounted for. I believe that, Parker is remote. I saw him just come in from ISG. And, then also, Justin is not here. So Parker is representing ISG. So, okay, let's do the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance.
Allegiance to the flag.
United States of
America.
It's to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, liberty.
With liberty and justice for all.
You're out of sync.
John messed us up.
We were all out of sync, John.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay, it's okay.
My bad.
No worries.
An Italian sub.
Yeah, he wants a sandwich. Okay, approval of the minutes. So we have the minutes from our last meeting. Does anybody have any corrections that we need to make? Okay,
Make a motion to approve minutes.
Second.
I got a first and a second. All those in favor say aye. Any opposed? Motion passes. And then we have the claims payable.
Yeah, two questions,
Okay.
actually. So, the ISG for 9964, is that for work outside of the water projects?
I don't think so. I would have to see the invoices. Lacey may know more if there was some, any building, but it should be.
Yeah, I could tell you what their, I believe there was a water main one, a water looping one, Oak and Ash, and then the regular engineering.
So that's all pertaining to the two water projects.
Correct.
Yes,
Well,
and then the
Yeah.
main lift station.
Oh, the lift station one, yeah,
the
okay,
main
okay.
project.
All right, and then I was just talking to Ryan about this, the credit card statement, it's just a blanket of 2969. Do we have, like, just as a check and balance, do we have anybody from council that goes through
No,
the credit card statement?
we do not.
Would someone should monthly from council go through the credit card statement?
Back in the day, does anybody go through?
Nikki does.
So You go through every month and go through the voucher, and at the same
No.
time,
You go through you sign the vouchers.
Yeah, but I don't look at them. I mean, I don't peruse them to make sure they're actually what's being done. I just. If that's the case, then I need them like a month before the next meeting.
Okay, so when we sign them, that's us indicating that we've reviewed it and we've looked at it.
Well, nobody's ever done that.
I can do like a report every month, and then receipts and send the statement to somebody if we
Or
have somebody.
even a copy of it attached to claims payable, just as a check and balance and that it's. Yeah,
So
Talking just
the
the check-
voucher system is something that goes through the accounts payable system and the
Yeah.
receipts are all attached to the vouchers.
okay,
Okay, and then the summary is what this is.
sure,
So,
in the past, years ago, it was set up that every month a different board member
Yeah,
would approve the voucher. They usually come in about an hour before, just to go through, kind of make sure that the checks.
and we stopped doing that because there wasn't oversight from the previous administration that they didn't figure out that only $10,000 was approved to renovate the city hall and 40,000 was spent.
yeah.
So Nikki was kind enough to kind of take on the primary role to just review that stuff. So,
I mean, if you wanna do it, you can, I'll do it, I'll volunteer, I don't care.
well, I
One
just
of us
need to
should
know
do it.
how much you want me to dig into each one of these things.
Well, I think it just should be somebody just eyes on it. That's all I've good. Eyes on it, you take a look, you took a look at the total, make sure they match up and it's a check and
you know,
balance.
what's really, really nice though, is that, the accounts payable, what we approve is auditable.
Okay, Yeah.
Everything is auditable and through our system, it is trackable. And if there's anything that you want to go back and review, all of the documentation is there.
That's,
In both paper and in software. And so, I do feel like we have the checks and balances. When we went through the audit, there wasn't any concern for how we had managed our audit. In fact, I will say Lacey Harrington was complimented immensely by the auditing team about how organized she was and what a great job she had done, because she had to do 2 years that she was not the finance officer, and that is a arduous role anyway.
sure.
But because of the transitions that we've had in City Hall, she did a fantastic job of putting everything together. And I don't know if there was anything that was even missed,
Well,
Ryan.
Ryan explained to me that, like, on that credit card statement, there's just certain services that get automatically billed out of your card.
But remember, you guys made a motion to do
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Because of the auto pay
Yeah,
and because
so-
of when we approve those expenses. And so that's where that comes from.
Yeah,
So a lot of them are reoccurring.
Right.
Right.
Credit card instead of accounts payable.
right.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's just you're looking down the sheet and there's an explanation for every dollar, except for credit card, that's gonna be multiples under one. So I just wanna make sure somebody looked at that.
Yeah, I think it's open for anybody to review it at any time they want. Yeah, if you guys want to operationalize that, that's fine.
Yeah.
But, yeah,
Right, that's all I got.
okay.
Yes, yeah, I'd, vote to approve.
Okay, so I got a motion to approve.
Second.
Got a first, I got a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Public time.
Mayor, I'd like a point of personal privilege, please.
Yes, sir.
Recent events have caused me to conclude that it's time for me to move on from the office of city attorney. Therefore, I'm resigning effective today. With respect to Grant Park Capital, the citizens are well protected by the existing settlement agreement. So I leave the matter in your hands. Bittersweet. I've invested a lot of time, energy, and years in the city of Baltic and working hard to protect its citizens. I've had the distinct pleasure of serving with one of the most capable administrators and team builders that I have ever worked in 42 years of law practice, in Deborah McIsaac. So I will leave you, and I will fulfill all of my ethical professional obligations with respect to any transition work, but my substantive work on behalf of the city of Baltic ends today. So thank you. I have friendship as well as client relationships with many of you, and but I leave you with the city in good shape as it is. So
We
with
appreciate
that, I'd
everything.
like to take my leave.
Thank
So,
you, John.
All right,
thank you.
thanks, John.
What did he call him? Pushing the
Point of privilege.
Ed Wilson here, I got pushing part privilege too. Planning and zoning, I am in resigning position. Since John resigned, I'm not my ties with the city, following all battles and,
I'm sorry to hear that, Ed.
I have a point of personal preference as well. This all started with me missing a meeting. It's the first one I missed and everything goes to crap. So put it on me, I guess. When I found out what happened this last week, it was the day after the fact of what happened. I had no idea of what was going on. I found out after the fact. And then I went on my own accord to the meeting. And I was there to find out what was going on. And I wasn't thrilled with what was going on, because we already had made an agreement. So because of that, I am resigning my position as well.
Here's what I know for sure. When I ran for mayor, I promised the taxpayers in this community that we would have open communication, fiscal responsibility, and no cronyism. And I promised the taxpayers that's what we would have. And one of the main reasons why I ran for mayor is because there was no backroom, quiet, secret handshake deals. And I can't be a part of it. So for the same reason why I ran is because I think the taxpayers at Baltic deserve better than what they were getting with the previous administration, is the reason why I'm resigning, because I can no longer promise the taxpayers that there's open communication, fiscal responsibility, and no cronyism. So I will leave this here to run, and I'm happy to help. I'll be back there, and I'll help with any transitional stuff that you need, because I know there's some things that I know how to do that nobody else knows how to do. But I'm gonna leave the city to your care. Brian, the floor is yours.
Well,
Brian, I'd like to make a motion for us to go into executive session.
sure. Second,
Second.
all right, executive session at, what is 7:15?
Okay.
I'll put this on pause for you.